Good day guys, welcome back to the TUT class and welcome to this series under the TUT series. Now in this series we're looking at a new topic, indices. And for indices we have two basic questions that I'll be looking at with you guys in today's class. Now for us to easily understand, the solutions and for us to, get along as quick as possible, check my description button below or my description below and you'll see the link to one of the videos I've done on indices, for you to easily navigate your way through these questions. Now the first question says we should evaluate 27 raised to power 5 over 3, and number 2, under this first question says we should evaluate what? 16 raised to power what? Minus 1 over 4. Now the idea behind this is very simple. What I'm going to do here is to say that what? Given 27 raised to power what? 5 over 3, the idea is to say, if I have a base and a fraction as the power, alright, you have to first do what? You have to first introduce a square root. This base, put it inside the square root, like this. The denominator, you bring to the back, within this square root, and the numerator, make it the power, alright? Again, if you are given a question like this, where the base is carrying a fraction as its power. Alright, what you have to first do there is to say what? Introduce your square root, put the base within the square root. The denominator of the power, alright, you put that back, and the numerator, you put it as what? The power. Now, this now implies that what? To solve is to say, what will I multiply 3 times to get 27? And that's what? That's 3. Now, since I've gotten that, it means that the cube root of 27 is 3. Alright? Now, it implies that what? I now have what? 5 left. Alright? Now, you see a question like this. Square root of 4, right? You can also say it is the same thing as this. As far as this is 2, of this. In that same vein, if I have something like 4 and I have something like 64, it implies that what? This is what? This is the 4th root of 64. Alright? Now, continuing from our solution, this is my answer. Or you can expand this, to get the final answer. Okay, so for number 1, we have 16 all raised to power what? Minus 1 over 4, which is the same thing as what? Since I have a base with a fraction as its power, I'm going to have it as what? The square root of what? I have 16 here. Alright? The base here becomes the root. Then the numerator becomes what? The power. Now, at this point, what will I have? It implies that what? How many? What number will I multiply 4 times to get 16? Alright? So you start with 1. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 can never give 16. But I think 2 will give us the right answer. Now at this point, what are we left with? The power. That's 2 raised to power what? Minus 1. You can either stop here or you expand further with another law of indices. Which implies that if I have something like this, a raised to power minus m, it implies that what? This minus means 1 over, then write what remains. A raised to power what? M. Alright? And from this point, I'm going to have what? 1 over 2 raised to power 1. So I can stop here. Or I can say that my answer is what? 1 over 2. Alright? Simple as that. Now, finally, I have number 2 question. Number 2 question. Now, the question says what? Express with positive indices. This. Now, which implies that what? All these powers, must be what? Must be positive at the end of what? Of my answer. So how do I go about it? Very simple. All I will do here is to say that what? This becomes what? 1 over x squared. Alright? Times what? Y raised to power 3. Alright? Times what? 1 over z raised to power what? 4. Now you can say that I'm applying this law to expand this because it's the same thing. I have a base with a negative power. So, all over 6. Now, times 9 all over what? This is what? X cubed times 1 over what? Y cube times Z raised to power what? Z raised to power 4. Now, continuing, I would have what? I would have this over 1. I would have, this is also over 1. So I'm going to have what? 9y cube. Make sure you follow. All over what? X squared Z raised to power 4 divided by this now. Divided by what? This is over 1. 6x squared, 6x cubed Z4 all over y cubed. Now, finally, what will I have? I'm going to be having 9y cubed over x squared Z4, then times what? Y cubed over what? 6x cubed Z4. Now, leaving me with what? In indices, times means what? Addition. I'm going to have what? 9y raised to power 6 over what? 6x raised to power 5 z raised to power what? 8. Then this should be my what? Final answer. So now, that brings us to the end of this particular video under indices. See you in my next class.